Hi, I'm Oliver, here at Retro Replay Arcade in Norwich, shooting the trailer for my upcoming Kickstarter on Street Fighter 2 titled Here Comes a New Challenger. There's been so many books or other documentaries on the subject of Street Fighter, but there hasn't been one that has really sort of tapped into my youth and my experience of the game. I mean, Street Fighter was such a pop culture phenomenon. No one had ever seen anything like this before. And with this documentary, I really want to tap into everyone's sort of memories and experience of that game at the time. There's a lot of stories and information and trivia that hasn't been told, I don't think, in a documentary so far. And I want to bring those stories to the screen. As a teenager, I was reading the magazines and kind of absorbing all the merchandise and seeing all the updates. And that was kind of the golden era of gaming for me. So I wanted to try and go back to that point and sort of reminisce about those moments and those stories we had experiencing for the first time, or kind of our favorite characters, or seeing the film or seeing the anime, and try and sort of celebrate Street Fighter and what makes it so special to us then and still now today.
Acrobatic move, a hidden punch.
As a kid in the 90s, you know, I was born in 1982, so come 91 when I saw Street Fighter 2, I was just like transfixed. This is like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And arcade graphics were such a leap over what you could play at home, so it just looked like a cartoon. Sort of, you know, you could play these characters and do these special moves. The tournament itself became your bedroom or your lounge as your friends came over to play it, and you'd challenge your friends, and you could be the king of the playground, you know, if you knew how to master Guile or Ken and defeated everyone, which I did for a short period of time. I couldn't afford a Super Nintendo at the time, so I had to make do with playing it on a Commodore 64. It was absolute dog shit, but I had the opportunity to sort of play it, lay down the line on the Mega Drive, and then the Super Nintendo, and then, you know, years later I did manage to get a Street Fighter 2 arcade machine for quite a small amount of money. I was quite surprised by that. But Street Fighter 2 and all its kind of updates and iterations over the years were always around me, and I was always playing them. I kind of messed up my GCSEs because I was playing too many video games and too much Street Fighter at the time. It was the one game that I obsessed over in terms of reading the magazines, getting the players' guides, seeing the film, which was kind of heartbreaking at the time, but over the years I was like, no, it's just a guilty pleasure. But I fell in love with the anime. I thought it was wonderful, and I got sucked into the merchandise, and I loved all the toys. And as a kid, you know, all you're ever waiting for was your birthday or Christmas. Summers lasted forever, and those summers were just literally just like playing Street Fighter non-stop and never getting bored of it. Those days, you really dedicated your time to the games you had. I suppose because you had, you know, less pocket money, so that pocket money you spend, you make the effort to actually put time into it. Today I'm at Retro Replay sort of shooting this Kickstarter trailer, and I brought on my good friends from Final Film to shoot something very cinematic. Everything I do, I want to try and outdo the next thing. So I've got the best guys I know to sort of make this come a reality. And what they've shot so far, this looks incredible. I'm completely confident in the team I've got, and I think with this style, including with Street Fighter and its kind of video game history, it's a great combination. I think people are going to be blown away by the end results. There's many video game related documentaries, and I've seen most of them. So with this, it's really sort of tackle it from a different angle and provide something that is visually exciting, but also that will just keep you gripped all the way through. Not just hardcore fans, but everyone. Weirdly, my first memory of Street Fighter 2 was through a friend at primary school. He went away for the summer, and he came back and he told me about this game where he played these characters, do these fireballs and dragon punches and hurricane kicks, and I was like, wow, that sounds amazing. Reading the video game magazines, it was always like, oh, it's coming out on the Super Nintendo. But that's only in Japan though for the time being, so there was £100 on import. So, well, I can't afford that on my pocket money. That's madness. Luckily for me, in the village I lived in, the fair would come every couple of months. They had loads of arcades, and I saw they had Street Fighter 2. This must have been middle of 1992. they had Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, and you could play as the 4 bosses. So I just chose Vega straight away with the claw. Didn't know what I was doing, got my ass kicked. Obviously I got to play it on a Commodore 64 and I was heartbroken by how rubbish it was, but I sort of told myself, no, it's good, it's fine, it's playable. My friends would come over and go, this is rubbish, Oliver. I'm pretty good. Give me a Sega Saturn joypad, and I'm an absolute pro. But an arcade stick, I'm a bit rusty. Oh, favourite character. It was Ryu at first because it's the classic look. He's got the bandana. If you're going to pick a group of superheroes, right, Ryu kind of stands out as the sort of main protagonist. But for me, it's always Ken. Flashy Dragon Punch, fast Hurricane Kick, get loads of combos. Great to show off, you know. Guile's also pretty cool, but it's a charge character, which is really, using a joypad, it just gives you so much cramp after a while.
You win!